Listen, as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday, 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap it right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every age. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. You know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Hello, welcome to the Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. Hello, Boscoe. How are you?
What's good? Happy Wu-Tang Wednesday. What's up?
I'm good. So, my other device had froze, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna share. But listen, I had to reboot on that one. But listen, so I'm gonna just go into mental health check-in. So today is actually a pretty good day for me. I'm not gonna say the beginning of the week was a little bit, a little hectic or whatever. But I pulled through. It wasn't nothing. I didn't spiral. So all in all, mental health is doing pretty good. It's improving. I can't complain. What about you?
I'm good, man. Same thing with you. I go I'm sorry. I go through some things. Each day is, it's a new day. So I say, okay, I made it through the day. Let's try to get them all. Let's try to do the same thing tomorrow. Let's try to do better. So, like I said, we both will agree. It will tell everyone that if you have to reach out to somebody. Always look for help. If you need help, get it. Don't try to do it by yourself because it's not easy. It's always a long journey. The journey never ends. But we want you on your feet where you can make that journey. Any day above ground is a good day. So don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to call phone numbers. Whatever you got to do, you do what you got to do to stay above ground and to maintain your mental health.
And even just to add on to that, something important that I'm realizing that's extremely important. Put you first before anything.
Always.
Even when we don't want to, and we know people depend on us or whatever, and definitely check on your strong friends. Check on the friends that the friends that you think are okay are probably not okay. So that's that. Before we go into Boscoe thoughts, speaking of people, I forgot to do this last week. So I had the pleasure of meeting someone by accident, just on random, a supporter of the show. I don't know her last name, but I know her name is Angel. So Angel, if you are listening or watching, thank you. It was extremely nice meeting you. Like, she was really sweet, really nice. I really enjoyed talking to her. So thank you. Again, if you see myself, Boscoe, anywhere, we talk.
Oh, yeah.
We social.
I took a lot of trash, but I'll talk to you.
Up here. It's okay. But yeah, so let's get started. Briefly, before we get into Boscoe thoughts tonight, we're going to do a different little tone for the show. Everything that we are going to talk about tonight came from you guys, the audience. I tried to pick some, so the next time we do it, so if I missed your topic or something that you asked us to talk about, I apologize. It's coming up on another. So let's get into Boscoe thoughts.
Yeah. Wow. I'm going to talk about the Ocean Quest, Ocean, whatever. I forgot the name of it. Something with the sea, the Titanic. People ask, why don't you have any remorse towards him? I look at it this way. Fuck around, you find out. Period. You paid $250,000 to see a shipwrecked 100 years ago. Basically, hollow ground, if you want to call it that. A lot of people died on that ship, but you want to go there to see it for your enjoyment, for your entertainment. You have people who are descendants of people who died on that ship, the unsinkable ship. But that's where you're going. You get in a submarine that has 18 boats, 17 are locked from the outside, Meaning, if you're inside, you can't get out. You're strapped to a seat, meaning you can't get out. So if anything happens, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. So when you play stupid games and you play with death, there's a good chance death is going to win. Very few people survive death. But when he comes knocking, when he comes hard, he's coming to get you. Leave these things alone. That $250,000 can went to a lot of things, to a lot of people. But now some wife is going to be home crying because their husband's not coming home and their child is not coming home. Somebody's uncle, father, whatever, brother is not coming home. Hopefully they'll find it. But my opinion, it's a wrap, homie. They went down there. Their steering was a generic video game controller. Not a PlayStation. Not a Sega. Not an Xbox. Don't laugh, Coco, because I know that's why you went behind the screen. They use a remote control to a video game, and it's a generic one. I play video games. Logitech is generic. I used to use that playing Mortal Kombat, and the button always got stuck. But they use that to go down there with. So basically, 1 + 1 equals you lose. I have no remorse for stupidity. Call me what you want to call me. You're an asshole. What if it was your family? My family is not that stupid to go in the water anyway. We don't like cruises. Some of us go, but when we do go, they're still scared. But we don't go underwater. It's bad enough for us walking out here in our neighborhoods. But that's something we have to do. But we're not paying to go out there to get killed. So God bless y'all, your families or whatever. But them niggas is gone.
They wasn't niggas.
Leave the dead alone. They're down there. The people died. The spirits are gone. Leave them alone. The Titanic is not entertainment. It's a grave. So Moby Dick likes this. The Little Mermaid like this. And she's black. So, you know, she down there. She's a bitch now. She likes this. Orca the Killer Whale. Captain Nemo. Poseidon. They're all down there saying, welcome to the sea. Y'all are the new tuna. Even Charlie, he ain't got to worry about Starkiss because he got 5 niggas. I said niggas. 5.
That's what I was like. They weren't none of those niggas. But anyway,
I'm sorry, man. I'm keeping it 100. I'm sorry. Call me cold-hearted.
So to the person who asked, they wanted Boscoe thoughts on that subject. I hope you are happy because I am highly entertained.
They spent. You could have spent $22,000. You could have spent $250,000 on anything in the world. They chose to pay the fuck around and find out. FAFO.
But this is my thing.
Sorry, y'all. Tierra.
Y'all want to go see a ship that sank in a body of water where a bunch of people died. We are in the generation, but this is the thing for me. We are in a generation of red flags. The red flag is people died in this ocean. You don't know what's down there. Nobody really goes down there and do all this stuff. So now you're interviewing people who did the same stupid thing, who still could not go to sea because they had to turn back around. And you chose to spend, and then you stuck in a seat, sitting there, pissing and shitting on yourself. No, they didn't pronounce them dead yet. I think they say they still got some hours left of oxygen. So now you got all of these other countries that's in this. I get it. You know, try to say
I hope they survive.
I get that. Me too. But realistically, looking at the dynamics of the situation, y'all know I don't play around with water because I can't swim. right?
Some I don't play around
I
with.
don't even play with 6 feet. You think I'm gonna play with a big body of water? I don't know what's under there. We already got the killer whales the whales coming together trying to sink the ships already because they sick of our shit. This is my thing. At what point do certain groups of people leave stuff alone? If it's not bothering you, leave it alone. That ship is sitting down there doing whatever it's doing.
But
Why
listen,
do you want to go see it when there's pictures all online?
but there's more. There's more. It wasn't even certified to go down there.
No.
And the guy they fired told them, the thing is not safe. Don't go in the water. They fired. That's the link you showed me. They fired his ass. They said it wasn't certified to go in there. It was not 13,000 feet in the water. You got freaking fish down there that got lights on their damn heads. You got sharks don't even go down there because the freaking dolphins will beat that ass. Sharks don't even go down that deep.
But they went down there like they was the Avengers.
Well, them fish said we're down to avenge our families that y'all take up there and eat every night and fry on Fridays.
But just imagine, I would be, first of all, it's dark.
Very dark.
It's dark and in water. We don't know what's down there.
Mm-hmm.
We still finding new marine life. You chose to pay $250,000 and you saw a waiver that told you how many chances and ways that you could die. Right. And you said, yeah, let's go. Ain't no way.
No. You know what? Only a quarter of the ocean 20% of the ocean floor has been explored. So you got 80% more that we don't even know about. That's a 1 in 5 chance you have of bringing your bad ass back up. 1 in 5. There's a reason why they send drones down there. Because you can lose a drone because there's nobody in it. You can send a drone down there. The pressure, crush it, whatever.
And Sierra made a good point. Yeah. People with money tend to think the rules don't apply to them. But are you that bored with your money that you can't find nothing else to do but play with your life?
Right.
So
that's why I don't have any. That's why I'm like, I don't care. I have no remorse.
Forgive me for saying this, and I'm not trying to sound malicious.
I am.
But if you chose to spend that type of money, knowing the chances
of dying.
Let's go to the next one.
I'll say, if you spend that money, you didn't have nothing else to do, but you spent that money knowing the chances of dying were astronomical. There's a very good possibility you're gonna die, and you do it anyway. That's like saying I'm gonna jump off the Empire State Building. There's a good chance I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna try it anyway. You deserve what you asked for. I have no remorse for them. They were stupid.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'll say it. I don't care.
Because when I first saw it, I was like, they went willingly?
Right.
Bruh. No. Okay. Whatever.
Even if they said, look here, Bosco, we got your brother right here. If you don't get in that shit, we're going to shoot his ass. I'm like, well, bruh.
Look, my condolences.
We got a lot of I got memories with us, but I'm not getting in that shit. Because, see, I get in there, they might kill your ass anyway. So I might as well just say, okay, they might kill you anyway and then kill me. I'm taking my chances staying on land. Dwelle, I love you. You're my boy. You're my little brother, but I'm not getting in no tuna can.
Then they like, oh, we're hearing beats with the rhythm.
That could be anything.
You are. You probably you probably hear another fish, the mermaids thumping.
The damn dolphins make noises. They basically talk underwater.
So like, and they right down there like, look at these niggas.
Yeah, look at them. Any more coming?
All right, let's go to the next one. Oh Jesus, that's a nice because it's nothing I can say that's nice, but I do hope that they are found. But at the same time, when they are found, if they are found, I hope the first thing somebody tells them when they get off, you dumb as shit. Why would you do that? You stupid. Don't do nothing that dumb again. But see, people who do that and play around with death and they make it, they do something even stupider.
They do it again. They do it again.
Just dumb.
My opinion, they're not coming back. I hope they do. I really do. Because I don't like loss of life. But my opinion, when you strap down and you ain't got that much air to breathe, you panic.
And I know my fat ass would have panicked. Let me tell you, soon as we'd have hit the thing, and they'd have been like, we down, and I'd have seen the duck, and them lights went out. Let me tell you, my little bit of hypochondria, not hypochondria, what is it called? I'm so scared now. I don't even know what the hell it's called.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh shoot. I know what you're talking about. That it's hyper.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Claustrophobia.
Claustrophobia.
Yeah.
You gonna put me in the dark in water? I can't swim.
And it's dark. And you can't get out of a seat.
So even if y'all find me, y'all still can't get me. Because you gotta figure out how to pull my face out this damn.
Shout out to my man Mark
This
Wilson.
is the thing. Y'all went down there in your tune, pretty much, because the thing wasn't that big.
No.
Anyway, it's just not.
It's not like they went down a big nuclear sub, like a Navy sub. They went down a big ass condom. That's what it looked like. A big ass sperm cell. That's what it looked like. That's what they went down, and that's it. I'm sorry. They went down a big ass condom and got fucked. Period. Sorry, y'all. Whoever thought that I was gonna be nice about it, y'all know me. I keep it 100. God bless the families, because the loss of life is. I hope they bring them back, but you play with death.
What kind of condom was it? Was it the Magnum? They damn sure ain't going in the dark because they can't find them.
Magnums are the safest, so definitely wasn't no damn Mag. Probably them health department damn condoms, the ones they give you free, because they definitely got a free death. No, they paid for that. Somebody's wife. You know what? Think about the what? So we can move on. The one good thing, like you see what the stepson went to the concert anyway. You see that? One of the stepson and one of the guys who went down, they went to the damn concert. I'm with him like, Dad ain't coming back. I don't want to miss this concert. I might as well go. Might as well go to the concert. Because you know what? When it's all over it, that kid's gonna be a millionaire.
And he partying now, celebrating.
And I'm trying to find which wife is crying. I'm looking for her. Yeah, stepson of Billy. Yeah, stepson of Billy. Yeah, shouts out Tierra.
Did you say you looking for her?
I'm looking for her. She need a shoulder to cry on. She need a shoulder to cry on. Wherever you are, lady, whose husband is 5 of y'all down, 5 of them guys down there. One is an other kid, and I'm pretty sure he had a girlfriend. Holla. I can cook. I'm a chef. I can clean. I can shop. I can do all that shit. Give me a holler. I don't even want your money. I just want to be in your life. Just say, I just want to be in your life. I just want to be a positive influence.
I am fucking tickled right now.
I'm just saying, I want to be a part of your life. You need somebody. You need a change. Because if your husband cared about you, he would never went down in that water. He'd have took that $250,000, took you to the islands or something that you do like what Stella did. Something. But he chose to go down there and be with the fish. That's it. Moving right along. Amen.
Thank you, Boscoe, for that opening.
That's why I'm the co-host.
That was actually the first topic on the thing. So again, to that supporter, you definitely got what you asked for. Then this one, I think this one came from someone you know. I guess I'm not sure, they probably missed. We've done shows on like professionalism, business, and stuff like that. So the question was if we could do a show or discuss professionalism, because we've done probably like 2 or 3
Yeah.
on that. I figure let's just do it a topic. Because it's like kind of it's gonna be like rhetorical, but still.
I mean,
So
you can never
would you
get
like,
enough to learn about professionalism. So
would you like to start? Because you know how I feel about this one. I can go on and on and on and
yeah,
on.
I had a situation when I went to Savannah last weekend for my birthday. I went to I'm not gonna say the name of the restaurant, but it's a restaurant that a lot of people who live in the South frequent. It's on every expressway when you get off, it's right there. So I just ordered something simple because I was on the road. I just want something to eat while I'm riding. So I'm sitting there. What I asked for takes 10 minutes to cook, if that, because it's probably the simplest thing on the menu to cook. I'm sitting there, and the person put the thing on the grill. Someone came out the back and said, "Who's burning this item?" I'm not gonna say the item because then you know what place I'm talking about. And now the person said it so everyone in the restaurant heard it because this restaurant is small. And the person who put it down said, "Well, I thought somebody else was going to do it. Pick it up." Now, anyone who cooks in a restaurant, whether you're a chef or cook, you know, if you put something down to cook, it's your responsibility to get it up. Unless you say, "Hey, can you watch this for me?" Even if you're at home, "Hey, I got something on the stove. Can you watch it for me?" Okay. It burned. Not all the way, but it was overcooked. So a bunch of people were standing, about 5 or 6 black people, this is why I'm talking like this, we're standing there, you know, just chopping it up, just loud. And you know, guests are sitting there like, "Yo, what y'all doing?" So lady said, "Hey, your food is ready." I said, "Okay." So I got up to pay for the food. And they don't know me. Never seen me a day in my life. In their life either, unless they see this show. So they had my 2 items, because I ordered 2 of the same thing, plus the burnt item. And they said, "Do you want this?" And I said, "Why would I want it? It's burned." "Well, I just figured you wanted it anyway." I said, "No." So we're talking. They were just me and this person the person just talked to me like, and I said, "Listen," I said, "You have to learn professionalism." He's like, "What you mean?" I said, "Shout out Richie Rich." I said, they said, "What you mean?" I said, "You can't talk to me like you know me from the hood because you don't know who I am." So we're talking. I said, "Since you want to know," because they asked who was I. I said, "I'm just a regular person, but my profession, I'm an executive chef for Marriott Hotels." I said, "I've also done secret shopping." I said, "I could be a secret shopper, and you're talking to me as if you know me on the street. You're showing zero." And then the rest of the crew was sitting looking. I said, "Our people got to realize that not everyone was raised in the hood. We had to talk of professionalism because we need to change this narrative where we don't have any common sense." I said, "Being black doesn't mean you have to act doesn't mean you have to act black." And I said, what I mean by acting black, people think if you're acting black, you're acting ignorant. Ignorant is ignorant. It doesn't have a color. I said, "You're talking to me like you know me on the street." I said, "I understand Southern hospitality." I said, "But I know Southern hospitality. This is not Southern hospitality. You're talking to me as I'm one of your homies on the block." I said, "You can't talk to me that
I'm
way."
sorry,
Yeah.
Richard Hicks, don't get blocked. You know that is not my team. We are cohesive for the Patriots. Thank you.
Thank you, Richie Rich. Thanks for that sidebar. But so I explained to him, I said, no matter who comes to the counter, who comes into the store, I said, all y'all are black. I said, you don't want someone to come in and say, "There's a whole bunch of niggas working in here." I said, someone come to the counter, give them that respect. If they talk to you as if they know you, okay, that's different. I said, because a secret shopper coming here, they shutting this place down. Because all y'all are standing here and y'all letting food burn, and then you want to sell me the item that you burned. And my part of professionalism is we have to talk to everyone the same. We can't sit there and talk to white folks like, "Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir." But talk to black people, "Yeah, what's up, nigga? What's up, yo?" We can't do that. Because, see, we're devaluing each other by placing somebody else above. And this is nothing against white people. The point I'm making, you can't give that white man the respect, but give the black man the disrespect. you can't come in and be like, yeah, what you want? Let me take your order. But when a white person come in, yes, sir, what can I do for you? Because that's shucking and jiving. We had to learn professionalism. And that's something I've seen that we see, not everywhere. Because I know at my hotel, the black people there, you know, talking to everybody, I could see them like, yeah, everybody's on point. But when we're together, yo, what up, fool? You know, we do our thing. But you can't do that with people that you don't know, people who are paying money. You got to give them that respect, and they give you the respect. Now, if they still want to run their mouth, let them run their mouth. And I'm not saying suck up to them, but you can't afford to, how can I say it? You can't afford to make yourself look bad, because all they got to do is put a review on you on Google. Say, I went to this place and I got disrespected by like no other. Blah 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 blah. They're walking around.
I'm the Yelp goddess. I will
review you in a minute. Because I told one guy, I said, yo, pull your pants up. He like, why? I said, because you gotta be. I schooled all of them. I told him. I said, yo, y'all need to chill. And people, I said, y'all need to get it together. Period. I said, I'm not gonna review y'all. I said, but if I wanted to, I could mess y'all up. I told him just like that. And one apologized, but the other one's there looking at me like I came from another planet. And we gotta change our professional habits. At least learn to be professional. It's not kissing ass. It's being professional.
When you say professional habits, what do you mean?
Appearance, for one thing. The way we look. Like if you're working anywhere people are visual, where you're visual, like any customer service, your appearance, like when they walk in the door, you're the first thing they see. Pull your pants up. You're not on the streets. You're working, you're at a business. Pull your pants up, for one thing. You got to be well groomed. Your appearance is first and foremost. Then your speech. Now, no one's asking you to speak proper, because different areas have different dialects, different, accents, and, way I say things sound different in the South. Like people from the South come like, what you just say? And that's forgivable on both ends, because you say, oh, that person's Southern.
I don't think it's, I'm sorry to cut you off, but just briefly, real quick. I don't think it's the dialect. I don't think it's how the person talks, because some people just have a voice. I think it's about tone. And
that too. I was going to get to that too.
Have a tone when they talk, and they're not mindful of, they are mindful, but they do.
I was going to get to that. I was going to get to that. When I meant by the way they speak, like suppose I'm a white guy, and I come to you like, I'm looking for a pair of size 36 pants, Be like, okay, sir, let me take you this way. Let me show you. And I'm not saying speak proper, because not everyone speaks proper. I don't even think I speak proper, but it's the way you say things, rather than say, yeah, what you want, or, oh, yeah, I think they over here, blah, 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 and, speak, just throwing a lot of slang. I'm putting the way I'm trying to say, try to get your words right. If you got to speak slower, but don't be like, yo, yo, come over here, yo, unless you know the guy, and you, or the guest you got a rapport with, like, yo, what's up, man? You back again? But just the average person. Now, tone is another thing, like you're saying. You got to watch your tone, because the way you say things, like with me at work, I probably got the deepest voice at my job. And I probably got the deepest voice at my job, because it's a lot of women that work there. We got a few guys, but it's a lot of women. And the way you say things, your tone. Well, I'll let you explain that, but yeah. You there?
Oh, I was on mute.
Oh.
No, I was saying I think a lot of times, because I'm big on communication. I think even with tone, a lot of times, even if you have somebody that's irate, so I can say, how can I help you, right? Some people like, how can I help you?
Yeah,
you setting a tone, boo. I need you to get that together. So sometimes that aggressive tone, even if you're having a bad day, I think when you were saying, like, if you know the person, I don't care if you know the person or not, you treat everybody the same, and you still supposed to stay professional at all times.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
No matter if it is. Now, when it comes to dialect, I think some environments are more lax. I think it depends on the environment or the setting of where you work as to how you conduct yourself. So if you're in like a corporate office versus a music store, your behaviors are going to be different. So I think it's important to understand behavior, but also my biggest thing with professionalism is always communication. But with that comes reading the room and also knowing when to disengage. Meaning, you could be doing everything right, and I don't believe in that customer always right bull crap. So you can have a customer or whatever, but instead of you going back and forth, maybe my favorite thing is if I can't de-escalate you and redirect you without getting out of character, let me get somebody else to help you because I'm going to recuse myself right now. I put people out of my office. I don't care. You can go have a seat, and I'm gonna get somebody else to help you. Okay, it was nice. You have a good day. I'm gonna keep my energy is going to stay the same, even though I could be pissed. But I think understanding when to walk away is also really important to maintain your professionalism. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to conduct yourself in a way. But the biggest thing to me with professionalism, especially in work settings, or even in your own business, a lot of people don't take trainings on professionalism.
Exactly.
You're supposed to always educate yourself, give yourself refreshers, things like that. It's always readily available, no matter what your profession is. And a lot of people are like, I'm just gonna get my own business. Just because you have your own business doesn't mean you talk to people how you want to talk to people, right? So because that can tarnish your business. And so some people be like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. But when you telling me you're an entrepreneur, I don't want to, patron your business because look, you're real aggressive. It's not warming, it's not inviting. So I think how we talk to people, the energy that you give out is the energy you receive. I'm big on if I walk into an establishment and you don't acknowledge me or speak or none of that, I'm gonna walk back out.
Well, right back out.
Because clearly you're not inviting my business.
Right.
So, and then there's the thing. You good?
Yeah.
Hello, how are you? That'd be
Thank you. Can I help you with anything? Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, no, don't be. You all right? You good? You know what you're getting? Nothing. Y'all have a good day. I'm really big on that, but I just think it's just important for people to be mindful of their behaviors. Like too much talking with your hands. You don't know what triggers people to be offensive. Body language. If you looking like you don't want to be bothered, rolling your eyes, like everything a person asks you to be is annoying. Choose another profession because that's not for you. If you have to engage with people, if you're not a people person, stop working with people.
People, problem solved. Mark made a point, and I'm glad he said that. He said he's tired of being called the well-spoken black guy. When I first moved here to the Carolinas, black people and white people said, this is what they said, and I knew it was slight, and I had to check a few people. Boy, you really, let me get the right, it was like, you speak very intellectually. And I had to check her. The first person I checked I said, what do you mean by that? He said, the way you speak. I said, what do you mean by that? I said, do you tell everyone that they speak very intellectually? Well, it's just the way you speak. I said, what do you mean? I had to do the thing from Goodfellas. What do you mean by funny? But I had to use that. Like, what do you mean? I mean, explain yourself. What do you mean by I speak intellectually? Because see, I had the hoodie on and everything. I had New York down. And he said, no, I just you speak with such. I said, I speak different than the average black person, right? And where he blew is like, I wasn't trying to say that. Basically, when he said I wasn't trying to say that, he was saying, that's what I mean. But he didn't say it. And I said, look, don't say that again. See, he was my nephew's, my son's probation officer. And I checked him in his office. I said, don't say that again. And I had to say it to a lot of people, to where black people like, you talk white. And I say, well, what is talking white? What is speaking white? And I'll explain it. And they can't say, the way you say stuff. What do you mean? Because I enunciate my words. And that's when black people started saying to me, why are you using those New York words? Enunciate? It's not a New York word. But that's the stuff I heard when I got here. And I don't hear it no more because a lot of New Yorkers here now. Not because, oh, you started from New York. But back in the late 90s, that's all I heard. In the early 2000s, that's all I heard. Blah, 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 blah. And I tell people, just because you speak with good grammar doesn't mean you're talking white. And just because you speak with bad grammar doesn't mean you're talking black. That's all. That's all. You're just speaking good grammar. Excuse me. Or you're not. It's not a color thing. Because I know white guys, I'm like, what the hell did you just say? You know? You say that shit again? I didn't catch it. And like you said about, like with me, like I'm in food service. You know, I'm in the hotel business. And there's a lot of times I got to come out and talk to the guests. They be like, yo, I want to ask about that. I'm like, yeah. So I stand there. You know, I talk with them. When I'm talking to them, I clasp my hands in front of me. And I listen to them. Sometimes they'll, yeah.
I think with the hand thing, I'm with Rich. Talking with your hands a lot can get you popped. Only because
it depends on where you are. Because in New York, yo man, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I learned, again, like I said, taking a refresher course in the training. So when we're talking about professionalism, the biggest part of professionalism is how you communicate. So we live in a society where you gotta literally not be offensive to people. We don't know where people mindsets are. We don't know how culturally driven they are or what their culture is, because we're like, you encounter so many different people. For instance, like you know what I do, right?
Yes.
So I had a client, I'm gonna touch both things with the speaking as well as the behaviors. So I had a client in my office. So we were talking, nice little, visit we had. So he was like, what kind of education you got? And I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, you got like a master's or something, because you real like sophisticated bougie type. He wasn't trying to be offensive.
Oh, okay.
He really didn't have an educational background.
Oh, okay.
But I said, no, I don't have that. I said, but I do have my bachelor's. I said, wow, what's up? What's going on? He was like, I like how you talk.
Okay.
And I said, well, what do you mean? Because he was like, you actually take your time and you explain it and you make sure I get it. And he was like, and it's clear, it's understandable.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm not offended. And I noticed and I realized what he meant. So getting back to the behaviors, one thing that I was taught as I went advancing my career was to not use your hands, because you don't know who you're going to encounter and how they're going to proceed. That I was taught as I went advancing my career. So one thing that I do is I keep my hands down on my chair, or even sometimes when you do this, that could be offensive because they could be thinking you trying to not do something. So I have a habit of keeping something in my hand.
Okay.
So it keep my,
I gotta try that though.
keeps my hand busy so that I'm not doing all of this waving, because this is distracting. So now you're not hearing what I'm saying to you. And a lot of times, I think also, even when it comes to your business or when it comes to your profession, you can't talk to people like they already know. And that's one thing I pride myself on, is we tend to talk because we know it, and it could be second nature. It can seem like common sense to us. And I've said this several times, but to the person on the receiving end, you don't know how they comprehend. One, you don't know if they really do know, because this may not be nothing about their lane. Because I hear people say every day, I don't know nothing about none of that shit you talking. Just do whatever it is that you do. I'm like, no, I'm not going to just, let's learn together.
Right.
I'm going to show you. So when you go somewhere else, that's why you get in these predicaments, just letting people do whatever. If you don't understand something, let me know you don't understand. I want to make sure you get it. So I think sometimes we quick to get people out our face, but you want the money.
Right.
Or people want your money, but quick to get you. If I don't understand, you're going to have to take your time and what this product do? What this piece of clothes made out of? How it's going to feel on my skin? Sell me the product. Sell me what you selling. I don't care what it is. And
see, that's how something like me. If I talk to somebody, I got my hands here. Well, I got them down, but I have them clasped when I'm at work. Now, if I'm talking to a homie, like yo, because that's how me and the homies talk. But if I'm talking to somebody at work, I got my hands clasped, and I'll sit there and I talk to them. I keep a straight face, I might have a little smile, but nothing like, don't smirk or nothing like that, even if I know they're full of shit. And I'll just tell them. Now, if there's a situation like if I make them something and they say it's not what they expected, I'll explain. Say, well, you know, this, that, da 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 da. I explain to them. Then if they keep complaining, I be like, look, we can't really help you here. I tell them we can't really help you here. I'll refund your money, and you know we can make it even because I just can't. I tell them I can't please you. I just tell them just like that. You know, some get irate still. I'm like, you know, but thank you. I said that's the best I can do. I said I'll be like I apologize. You know, cause like we sell cauliflower, you know, buffalo cauliflower. It's hot as hell already. Now this is like 2 weeks ago. This guy ordered the buffalo cauliflower, but he wanted tossed in buffalo sauce. Now on the menu it says buffalo cauliflower it's already hot, spicy. It says it. Take it out there, sir. Come back. He asked, "Can you take some of the hot sauce off?" Now you can't take the hot sauce off of it. So I do it in some butter. Listen to that. I do it in some butter to reduce the heat on it. You know, take it off, sent it back out there. He sent it back. It's still too hot. So I went out there. Well, he asked me to come out there the second time. He said, this is still too hot for me. I said, sir, the buffalo cauliflower is already spicy. And when you ask for buffalo sauce, it makes it hotter. I said, I can't reduce the heat because that's the way we prep it up. We can't wash it off because we prep it and we freeze it. So it stays on. So when we fry it, it's already on there and we sell it as such. He said, well, this is not what I asked for. I said, this is what you asked for. I said, you asked for buffalo cauliflower tossed in buffalo sauce. This is what I gave you. Well, it's too hot. And I said, well, I told him, I said, I can't do anything about that. I said, I make what the guests ask for. If it's something I made a mistake on, I apologize and I'll refund your money. I said, but this is something you asked for. Mm. He said, well, I don't want it. And I said, okay. You know, right. I try not to laugh. I'm like, okay. And I said, can I help you?
I smile all the time. I give myself away. When people keep looking at me and they be thinking they right, I just be like,
yeah, I be wanting to. I be wanting to.
I can't help it.
But see, think about it. I said, well, can I help you do anything else? He said, well, can I have my money back? I said, no, you can't have your money back, sir. I said, I'll give you a half. I'll give you a discount. He said, why? I said, because this is what the menu says. I said, we have a rule that we'll get fined. It's called truth in menu. He said, I don't know what that is. And I said, I'll explain it to you. It means whatever we have on the menu, it has to be that. It doesn't matter how you put it together, but it has to be that. If it says grill, you can bake a chicken, but you have to make sure you throw that thing on the grill to give it that grill taste. I said, this is what's on the menu. And I served you what's on the menu. And you altered it to where you didn't like it. Right. I can't give you your money back for a mistake you made. Well, I'm going to put a review on Google and all this. I said, well, you do what you have to do. I said, thank you. Come again. And I went back. You know, I hit the GM. I said, yo, this dude going to bitch about me. Blah, 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 blah. I got the ticket. I got the bartender. The bartender standing there with me. He's like, basically, the GM like, man, fuck that dude. he said, get that dude. But see, I dealt with him. Because I deal with people like that. They always say, I want to speak to the chef. Let's speak to the chef. Let's speak to the chef. Now, when I come out, they see how big I am. They're like, this nigga big. You know? You know? But I talk to them like, yo, you know, what's up? You know, what's the problem? You know? Just be professional. They think I'm a flip on them. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to flip on you. I mean, I'll be like, I say in my head, I was waiting for you to come in. That's what's in my head. I was waiting for you to come in. You just took a while to come in, but you finally got here.
I think I'm really good. I haven't really had issues with de-escalation. It's very rare that I can't de-escalate or improve a situation if somebody's like upset. If I can't do it, I pull myself right out. That's one thing I don't do the back and forth. I don't. If you don't understand it from me, let me get somebody else who somebody else, obviously how I'm saying that you're not getting it. So let me get somebody else that can help you. But other than that, is it anything else you need me to do?
Right.
I walk off and walk away because I ain't coming back. I'm not coming back.
It's a wrap.
Right. Before we gotta go to break. I wanted to bring up one more topic because I want you to talk on it, but then I want to come back from the break because it's going to take me into what else I want to go into. So I got to get messy at some point in both halves. So I'm about to get messy right now.
Okay.
You ready?
That's right.
All right. I think this was one of yours, but I'm going to say it because I'm quite sure it came from a woman.
Okay.
So how do you want me to say it? Do you want me to say it in a woman who want to know this voice, or do you want what? How you want it?
Say it. Say it in Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say it in Fallon's voice, but now this
I got you. Hold on, let me do it.
I wish she was here.
Hold on.
Maybe she'll watch the replay.
And she on here too. I just seen that little name pop up. Hold on, let me get it. You ready?
Oh man.
Okay. So, Boscoe, can you answer me a question real quick? Because I'm confused. Why y'all men, right? Why y'all can't tell y'all wife or y'all girlfriends, why y'all can't express your emotions? Y'all be holding it in and all that. Why you just can't talk to me?
Fallon gonna whip your ass when she see the replay. She gonna go to your house with the dogs and everything.
Really, no, for real, Bosco, listen. All right.
Where is Fallon?
So, why, again, because I want you to ask my question.
All right.
Because, J-Bear, this is the question from the audience that they wanted to answer. So, don't come on here and come for us.
Yeah, it's just a question from the audience. She's just imitating Fallon. I don't know why Fallon's not here to critique this, but anyway.
Again, because I want you to answer it correctly. Let me hold on. Don't be trying to do too much. Not too much.
I'm going to answer the question. We don't do it because it's a sign of weakness by many. Some, and I'm gonna keep it 100. And anytime I say a certain demographic, I don't mean all. I only mean some. And it's a small majority, but this small majority is loud to where you think it's the majority, but it's not the majority, not by far. We keep it to ourselves, and it's even with the men, because they see it as a sign of weakness. When we try to show our vulnerabilities, we hear, I don't want a broken man. This man's broken. Who hurt him? What girl hurt you? He has mother issues. We hear a lot of different things. So we keep it to ourselves because that breaks us down. And some men may say, no, it don't. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It makes us feel weak because we don't have that outlet. And each time we bring a situation to a woman.
I forgot the second part of that question because
I don't
want nobody, because I see all the guys got their little stuff to say.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how we do basketball. You know how we do.
Yep.
But this is specifically for if we talking about married people, we talking about long-term relationships, not the ones that you're out here, and we ain't talking about the side chicks, we ain't talking about the side relationship, we talking about the one that you can publicly be with.
Okay. Same thing.
I'm down with my family for sure.
Same thing, because we feel like each time, even with the people we're with, each time we bring that little bit of Pacific. Yes, we keep it Pacific here, man. We keep it Pacific. Each time we bring that situation to whoever we're with, we feel like we're losing our grip on that person, because that person starts thinking he's weak. He can't handle this, that. He can't do this. He can't do that. And each time it's a breakdown with us, and we just have it on my mind. If I keep on saying it to her, she's going to see me as weak. because eventually she's gonna say this goes in our head because we're like, she's gonna tell her friends. He's always complaining about this. He's always crying about this. And then you know how friends are. Leave that nigga alone. He got mommy. Now, not all. Like I said, remember I said not all. It's a small minority. It's not a small minority.
Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. But I agree with you on that. But I was going to say is I think with women, and this is what I usually tell my friends, I don't have a dog in your fight, especially if I'm single. I don't have no advice to give to you. And then I also think certain things should stay in your relationship and y'all should figure that out. If you want to create a safe space, talk to your dude. Don't talk to another woman because she can't speak for that. And 9 times out of 10, she going through something in her thing.
Right.
That's, you know what I'm saying, that ain't right, that she ain't telling you nothing about, but she's telling you what to do and tarnishing your relationship. Because let's be 100, a lot of people will see you happy and become envious of what you got going on, and they want to see you and your person struggle. I'm a firm believer of, like, if you got stuff going on, figure that out. I get, you know, sometimes you want to talk to your friend. Make sure it's that friend that's like, that's not, fuck that nigga. You get what I'm saying? Right. He ain't shit. Because my thing is this, yeah, friend, I got your back, right or wrong, but I'm going to also tell my friend when she wrong, like, what you doing? Because I need to hear both sides of the story, but I'm going to check my friend, but I'm going to also convince my friend to talk to him.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that. Because, see, that can be used with the guy, because the guys will be the same way. We just say in a different way. Like,
Shannon says she watching this, not letting her comment, but she...
But see, with the guys say to do the same thing with the women do. Be like, man, forget that bitch. Same way. So we're not hearing, we're not getting that support. We're getting that the same thing. The same thing. That's why I say it's the minority. We got them on both sides. They rather see, like the homie would say, man, forget her, man. We can go get other hoes. I got this female. Now I don't know how women do it, but that's how guys do it. We got this, like, yo, man, forget that. She just another blah 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 blah. She probably doing another guy anyway. Blah blah blah. You know, guys say that shit. That's why I never go to my homies about anything. I say if I can't go to who I'm with, if I'm with somebody, I keep it to myself. Because I've been in a situation where I was strong. Then one day I had a breakdown, and it messed her up to where she felt like, damn, nigga, like that. And right then our relationship deteriorated from there. You know, and she said, I thought you stronger than that. I am, but we all have a weakness. None of us are Superman or Superwoman. And that's the thing, a lot of us feel like with us guys, I don't know if women go through it, but I'm pretty sure, like me, ever since a kid, like we're talking about how dark skin, this is how I was picked on by demographic. White men, black women, black men, white women. When I say picked on, bullied until I fought back, but I couldn't fight the girls back. But that's the order. And see, with men, and I'm pretty sure women go through this. I'm pretty sure women go through this too. Men, we get called by a group of girls ugly, starting from childhood all the way up. That's why when a black woman says something nice about us,
I know you fucking lying. Hold up, Boscoe. I'm fucking sorry, but wait, you made me.
I got it.
I'm gonna adjust that when we come back.
Let's hit that when we come. Yeah, we gotta hit that when we come back. We get, like, I was picked on by girls because I wore glasses. I was smart since childhood. Called names, ugly, this, that, blah, 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 all the way up. And that's why when a black man gets a compliment by a female, we're like this. Because a lot of us don't get that from, a lot do, but a lot of us don't get that unless we got status. But we're gonna touch on Jabez's comment when we come back, because I think me and you, I think you know, I think me and you in the same boat. I think me and you we ride the same car. We're gonna tackle that when we come back.
Yes, I know it's about y'all now. Listen,
No,
I'm definitely. I got 2 cents to put in on that one.
J Bear, you might want to discontinue the. Bruh, I don't know you, and I know you from Baltimore too, but I can't help you on this one, homie.
You got me snapping my neck. You know I can't wait till these little 5 minutes come be up.
I can't help you on this one, homie.
Look, Fallon, the Fallon voice, the left. Listen, but if I do Fallon, she's gonna be like, not too much, not too much.
I can't help you on this one, homie. This one.
But before we go to break, what y'all are going to see is I also want to remind everybody, for those of you who saw the show when we had the cast of Are You Marriage Material, the bomb hit play that's coming to Baltimore at the what's it coming? The Arena Players on July 29th and 30th. You can go get your tickets at robertjmoorent.com. That's RobertJmoorent.com to purchase your tickets. I will be there. Ham Radio will be there. You know, come out, support. It's going to be a great show.
When is it again? When is it?
July 29th and 30th. So
I might make it.
Stay tuned. We're going to play the trailer so you guys can get a glimpse of what to expect. But we will be taking a 5-minute break?
5-minute break.
A 5-minute break for the break, and then we will be right back. If you are on social media after the trailer, you're gonna see a little break, but don't go nowhere. Just go get some water, like I'm going to do. Have a bathroom break and come right back because I'm gonna address Shorty when we come back.
Jay loves you, bro, but you about to get it, homie. But yeah, get a ticket to the break, Jay. We ready to ride.
Welcome back to the Casual Convo Show. I'm your host, Coco. And of course, I have my co-host, the multi-talented Big Boscoe from the Bronx.
What up? I got to bow to myself.
You know? Oh, okay. That's
that glory.
All right.
All right. Well, we're going to take it. I'm going on mute now. I got your back on this one, though. But I'm going to let you throw the flame out there on this one.
Because this is a continuation, and you made me had to pop my gums. Let me see.
Fallon is in the building. What up, Fallon chick?
That's my poem. She was like, I'm listening. I just don't know why I can't comment, but I'm here. I was like, okay, good. I got you.
She's in the building.
So, let's get back.
You about to find out.
Okay,
let's
I had to ask
first.
this question in your voice, and of course, because I had to get spicy like I was you, right? What had happened was, dude, little J-Bad tried to come through on some. What he had said. Let me say it. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this comment with my chest. Hold on. Yo said, scroll back. Because I gotta say it specifically how he wrote it. He was like, well, women are not compassionate when it comes to a strong man breaking down. The fact? False. Because, listen, that's very much false. I'm going to tell you why it's for me. Oh, but it was another one. Hold on. Let me read the other one. So that was him. Where it go? Because I kind of agreed with it and I understood. I'm going to address both. This one was from Mark. Mark was like, and that shit too many times get weaponized. Feel me? I get where he coming from. That's why I said let me specify on the dynamic of the relationship that I was talking about, where I think the person was coming from when it comes to a marriage and a long-term relationship. This is my thing. To say that a woman is not compassionate enough, I think in order for you to have a breakdown, and I'm gonna use myself as an example, because I haven't always been a person that communicates or where people was like they didn't know what I felt, right? And I've been in relationships for a long time where it was like that. And of course, you know, he cheated, whatever, whatever. That's neither here nor there, right? I can admit my faults, but I think now when it comes to the person that you are with, if you are married, there should be a certain level of communication and comfort. Whereas though if you are comfortable with that person and you have a breakdown, my compassion is already there because I love you. So when you come to me, I'm going to nurture you. I'm going to embrace you. So to say that, that's crazy. So if you feel that way, why are you even with somebody in a marriage or long-term relationship that you can't have that and you feel like they're not compassionate? Because if I'm not compassionate in your worst moments, so where's my compassion throughout the relationship? So you got to be really careful with how you do that. And then that's when people be like, you always talk about communication, da, 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 da. I don't care what the relationship is, business, personal, whatever. That it freaking matters. So those are things when we get with people, we don't have those tough conversations to see how is a person going to respond in situations. The same thing when it comes down to women weaponizing, and I probably get exactly where he coming from. And I'm like, that's why your ass was crying the other night when so and so and so. Like, I get it. You know, we do that. Women be petty, but at the same time,
it's the way you said it.
That's how we be when we get in there. But your ass was crying the other night. You wasn't saying all that, but now you gotta want to be slick. Now you want to be tough tone and shit. We do that because we want to hit the jugular because we hurt. Just the way the same thing. Y'all me like, bitch, keep going. I'm gonna throw your motherfucking wig in the trash. It be the same freaking thing, but you're trying to hit below the belt when it's an argument.
Yeah.
Granted, is it a soft spot? Yes. Most people in an argument, you're going to go for soft spots. However, that's why I think it's also important when you're communicating to be with people. And I always be like, how do you argue? What you do when you get mad? Because if you're going to come for me, I'm coming twice as tall for you. I just want you to know that. We just won't be getting with each other. But at the end of the day, I shouldn't make you feel like I don't care or I don't love you. If that's the case, you should not be with that person. And I think that's why people stay and be with people who they should not even be with. So if a person is not compassionate to you, what you need to ask yourself some questions of what you're doing and why you with that person, that if you having a raw moment, because when you come home, I'm supposed to be your peace, your comfort, and your best friend. You should be able to confide in me and have those moments. And I'm supposed to sit there and I'm supposed to take that and make you feel safe as your lady.
You know what? I agree with you 100%. And I think that's the problem with people from the start. I think, and especially today, I think everyone's so much influenced by this and that and everything else to where they're not looking like, the men are not looking at the woman like, okay, this is who I'm dealing with. And the women not looking at like, okay, this is who I'm, and like, they're listening to everything else, both sides of everything else, except for the person they need to focus on. And that's why I think like with us men, and we deserve part of the blame because we listen to our homies too. You know, we go to our homies like, man, let me tell you what that bitch said, which is you screwed up right then because you already put it in your homie's head when you said, let me tell you about this bitch, what she
did. Just like the man, he done clocked in all late and then ain't even hear that good response. I mean, J-Bay, do me a favor. Rewind a little bit back to the beginning because I gave you your answer. I ain't going to repeat all that, but it was good, though. I'm proud of myself.
It was I co-signed, too. And see, that's where the problem starts on our end because once we said our homie, man, let me tell you what this bitch said. Automatically, he's like, oh, yeah. So he's ready to hype it up. Like, oh, forget that bitch. Forget that whole da-da-da-da-da. You know? And like, I always say with the men and the women, it's a small minority. It's just that small minority is the loudest one. So that's what everyone hears. Like, yeah, she's right. She's right. Yeah, he's right. like I said, when you're trying to find your mate, most people. What you got? Dial up?
Lord, don't say that publicly,
You got
man.
dial up?
Damn.
We're just talking about dial up. We talking about dial up earlier before we got on the show. Anyway, but you can watch the replay. But to break it down, I'll break it down. I'll narrow down on what you just said. Basically, she said, if y'all don't talk and you stay with the bullshit, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
It's your fault.
If she showed you that she don't give a shit about you and you stick around, then it's your fault. Because you got to go. It goes on the flip. If you stay with the nigga and he ain't shit, then it's your fault. That's it in 20 seconds.
You like being with the person that ain't shit.
Right. You're right. It's not like I always say, it's not all women. It's not all men. It's that small majority, but that small minority. But those are the loudest ones. They're the ones everyone tend to listen to. That's why I say everyone is influenced by outside things and don't think for themselves. I always say, like, if I'm dealing with a woman, I was raised by women. And even our family now, we got a female-dominated family. For every male born, we probably have 4 females. And that's how it was coming up. The only males I had was my 2 brothers, maybe 2 uncles. We had a bunch of aunts and cousins, nothing but females. So I was raised in basically a female-dominated house. So I got to see the emotions. So when I got older, and see, I'm going to tell people, this is to my fellas. Listen, I'm about to hip you on game. I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40. You know how I learned about women? And it don't go for every woman. It's like the default. You have to listen and read. Read stuff women write. Because women will write about everything. I used to read Cosmopolitan, Vogue, Women's Day. I used to watch the soap operas at 13 years old because I was shy. I was a nerd. But I used to read all them to learn about women because I didn't know how to talk to girls. And I always wanted to learn about, okay, but what this. That's how I learned. And even today, I listen.
You say women run things. Like, I mean, run things how? Because this is my thing. I'm sorry, but I just want to say this about that, and then I'm gonna be messy again. But when I dislike, I'm not gonna use the word hate because I know where it comes from. But I dislike when men say women run things, women be in control, women want to control, women want to do this, is that, and the third. I get where it comes from, but at the same time, and I'm going to speak as a single woman. A lot of times, the men that we meet still want us to be in control, like we raising y'all, right? And I think that also comes from the broken home syndrome. However, right. So, but however, women don't want to be in control. We want to be led, but you can't be leading me into traffic to get myself and because some men, let's just be real, don't know how to lead, and they look for us to show them how to lead. So it's like, how can I show you how to lead? I'm a woman, so I'm only going to lead as a woman, as what I know best, because I'm a female, I'm not a man. But a lot of times men be like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. But then do you give the woman that safe space? We talking about safe spaces where as though she can be vulnerable and not be hard and not be strong and let you lead, where as though she can trust you. You have to build that trust through communication and action. So if I know you got me and you make me feel, lead me, go ahead, I'm gonna fall back. That's because that's what I be looking for. I want, listen, please lead me and take the, please.
You know what? The way I look at it on that about women run things, the woman will run something that you let her run. If you let her run it, well, some men don't want to lead. Me, I want to lead. Let me respond to that. And that comment right there is what I say. I tell my niece Morena all the time. I tell my daughters all the time. I tell my nieces all the time. Men, they don't make men like they used to. Men, when I was a kid, I used to look at men like, that's what I want to be. Because they were like doing a thing where the woman's like, I can't wait till my man to come home. That's how I used to be. Even when I was coming and I became an adult, I was like, if she was like, baby, I'm glad I got you because you be doing everything. You know what? My head gets so big, I would have to wear my headphones like this because when a female tell me that I'm the shit, and I'm like, she's like, I could just sit back and watch you, I know I'm handling business. But see, today's man, and I'm gonna say it, and I don't know how many, I don't know the freaking percentage, but today's man want to be treated like the woman. I'm gonna say it. Today's man want to be treated like they want to be coddled. You can't tell them nothing. You can't teach them nothing, but they know everything.
They don't even want to open the door.
Oh, right. You know how many times I see dudes? They will hold the door for their homies.
I come as a package deal. I like doors open. I like to be treated like the lady that I am.
Yes.
I
like to be the man.
If you don't want to leave, I'm not the one for you because I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired. I'm a follow. I got your back. That's the role I want to put. I got your back, boo.
You know why I want to leave? I want to leave so when I come home, she can go like, I got your dinner ready. And I'm already butt ass naked.
So let me
because then I know.
So you want me to go home? You want me to go to work all day, take care of you, teach you how to treat me, cook, show you how to cook.
I can't even turn my head enough to say.
And you still won't even open the door and say, "Babe, how was your day?" I'm not doing it.
They will open the door for their homies. They will hold the door for their homies.
Okay, let me be a little bit more messy since we on this topic, right? Because we talking about this.
And I know men gonna say, "Man, you sold out." No,
he's speaking on men who live with a woman who's controlling. That's on you. You picked her.
You leave
her.
You chose her. She's controlling. Get out. Get out. Because see, you know what? You can tell. A lot of people, man and female, can hide shit for a little while, but there's some habits and traits that you can see early. A controlling person, you can see them, whether male, you can see some of them traits early. Not clear, but you like a little bit controlling that. You can see.
So it's controlling the woman with standards, or the woman who wants to be treated like a woman and just not going to accept anything. Because there's a fine line with that. I've noticed a woman who is like I just said, can you open the door? Can you not treat me like I'm just a scutterbucket on the street? So, you doing too much. You this, you that. And then that becomes the woman that's controlling. But no, she has a standard of being treated respectfully. The same way I'm going to treat you with respect. Some women they do have a standard of how they're treated like a lady. And I think that's just what gentlemen are supposed to do. Now, if you are not like that, I'm not in the business of conforming a man into what I need him to be anymore. Because at some point, you should just have it, right? So that's just that on that. But let me be messy for a minute because J-Bay about to raise my pressure up. So the next topic was because you're gonna have to answer this one. I mean, it can be a combination of two because I know he's gonna say something else that I'm gonna have to
But before you ask that next question, I want to say thing in closing that thing. When I hold the door for women, you got some women who won't say thank you. But when I hold the door for women, they look at me and smile, like thank you. I always say, chivalry's not dead. A lot of us still carry our swords. I don't see anything about controlling. About like if a woman said, "Why you never rub my back? Why you never hold me? Why you never do? Why don't?" That's not being controlled. You're supposed to be doing that shit anyway. If that's not control. If she's telling me you need to, when you in bed, you need to hit that shit like you Ike hitting Turner. That's not control. I'm like, well, damn. Okay, that ain't controlling. Controlling like you better be home. Blah 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 blah. But see, the thing about it is, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, she's not gonna be sweating you. If you say you're going to the club, knowing you got her at home, then you dead ass wrong. Were you with her? You're not supposed to be at the club on Friday and Saturday night.
Oh no, you can go. Just don't let the sun catch you.
No, Friday and Saturday night. One of them nights you got to stay home. Take her out on Friday, go outside. That's just to me. I'm old fashioned.
Oh no, I mean I do believe in date nights, but I think I'm in a way where I do think even when people are in a relationship, you should still have your time with your friends. You should still have that male time.
Don't come home when don't let the sun beat you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, let me miss you, but you ain't gotta spend every day with me. Just just make sure, but don't be ignoring me neither, because then we gonna have a whole another conversation. But at the end of the day, if you at the club, I ain't gonna blow your phone up. But at the same time, if I call, it could be important. Just be like, let me know you good. That's it.
Yeah, the rapport I had with my ex, any ex I had, I would say, look, can we have it to where whenever we move to a different location, we let each other know. Mm-hmm. That's so if something happened, we can trace steps. Now with phones, you can check where things ping. Mm-hmm. But that's how it always been.
You be spying on that?
No. When the police try to find, when the police try to find you, they can find where your phone ping. That's so tough. Nah, hell no, I ain't doing that. I just do the sniff test.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do married people? This is not my question, y'all. This is something that y'all told me to ask. This is a question. It's a question from the audience. Why do married people?
Oh, married people.
Married people pursue or cheat with people who are single?
No commitment.
I mean, I ain't never been married, so I can't answer that.
I never cheated when I was married, but I'm assuming no commitment with the person.
They married, but at the same, I think.
You said, why does a married person cheat with a single person
or pursue a single person?
Because that person's not married. They know they know it's like a simple like a side thing. They know ain't nothing gonna really, nothing's gonna really spark from it. Because if you messing with another married person and that husband follow on the other side, yeah, like Jay Wilson, no strings, that husband find out that his wife is cheating with you, he's coming after your ass.
I don't like that, because I'm gonna tell you why. I would think it would be. I mean, I don't condone cheating. Let's just say that. But if you cheat with a person, another married person, then okay, y'all both know y'all got to cut off time because you got to go home. The person that's single wants a relation. Usually 9 times out of 10 wants a relationship. You can't give that person that, and then there is going to be an attachment at some point with that other person. So you're inviting drama and everything else, and then allow that person to find her person or his or her person. Why are you messing with this person and you married?
You know what I see as a single person, even back then, I would say if a person is married and they're cheating with you behind their wife or husband, if you get with them, they're going to do the same with you when they get fed up with you.
Exactly. But then I think because I know with this person it was like, and what I've noticed, because I've been propositioned a couple of times. But anyway, they be wanting too many fucking stipulations. First of all, you can't stipulate me when I'm single. If you want stipulations, you need to stay where you at and fix that.
Exactly.
Right? So if a person is single, I can do whatever I want to do. You can't say, oh, you can't do this because if you gonna be with me, you can't do that. First of all, no. If you know you ain't gonna take care of me like you take care of your wife, or leave single people alone to date and freak off with other single people.
Right. Yeah, I think it's different. That's my man. That's my dude right there. That's my man, Laylo. What's up, Laylo Johnson? Lawrence Johnson. What up, homie? I look at it. I see it this way.
But it's still going. I don't agree with the no commitment, because at the end of the yes, the person know that you're married, and you ever see people that be like they having a double life, and then all the time, then they get wrapped up into the other person. They live in a double life because now they dealing with this person for years. So now you got these feelings. So at some point, you have to choose. You're gonna have to, because this is a single person who has nothing but time and it's going to want to commit. You might think, oh, I ain't got to commit because he or she know I'm married. Men and women do the same thing, and they quick to say it's no commitment, but you technically do, because a lot of times when you are pursuing this person, it's not like you trying to just, okay, I'm gonna hit that one time and I'm gonna go about my business. No, you're trying to hit, repeat, spend time, go over, make all of these things, selling empty dreams and promises. Why just leave single people alone? Let single people intertwine and mingle with single people, and because I feel like that's where when you get the side chicks that come out of pocket, then they banging on your door. You invited that drama to your doorstep. The same way when a woman cheats on her husband, and this dude go crazy. Now he's shooting at both of y'all, or whatever the situation may be, like we see on the news. You invited that to your doorstep.
You know why it's hard for me to cheat? It's a situation going back, I guess, about 15 years. I was in a relationship longer than that. It's longer than that. Mm-hmm. It's before my daughter was married. It was a situation where I DJ. And as a DJ, I've never been a DJ that really got out there in the crowd. I DJ, I stay with my equipment, and I play the music. I'm not one of those DJs who jumps out and I don't do all that stuff. And a lot of women used to always want to be around the DJ. Always want to be around the DJ. And the woman I was with, she thought I was cheating. And I wasn't. But I came home one day and she was cooking dinner. And she didn't say nothing. I said, "Yo, what's up?" And the way she acted towards me, it wasn't a bad way. The way she acted towards me, it was like I seen she was really, really hurt because she thought I was cheating, but I wasn't. And I seen it in her face because I know she cared. And I said, "Look, come to the club with me next time I DJ." And I said, "I want you to see. I just want you to be out there and see what happens." And she saw it. And I told her, I said, because she out the first DJ, "What's up, Jeannie? Out the first DJ or first person, any type of music she ever dated. And I told her, I said, when you DJ, a lot of people love to be around the DJ. The guys like the floss, like, "Yeah, this is my homie." And the females always want to act like, yeah, me and him, da-da-da. I said, "I got you." I said, "That's why when I DJ and I pack up my equipment, I come home. I don't stick around and drink with everybody." And she saw it. But the look in her eye, it was real sad because I said, I cannot come home knowing I was with another woman to see my woman have the look on her face. And to this day, I keep that image in my head. And I said, what if that was me? How would I? Because I've been on that end with someone cheating and I found out. And then, when I think about it, I was like, huh? Yeah. And when I thought about it, I was like, I knew how she felt, but now I got to see it in somebody else's body. That's why I said it'd be hard for me to cheat on somebody I'm with that I care about, because that's a sickening feeling. And what people don't, if you're married and you feel you have to cheat, just get out the relationship, because that other person, especially if they've been doing you, some people are boring. Just because a person is boring doesn't mean you got to cheat on them.
Hold on, I don't like that neither, because why boring? Spice it up. If you married a person, you like boring and you love boring. But sometimes the person, when people call a dead partner or other spouse boring, I'd be like, so what did you do? Because a lot of time they might be bored with you, so they boring. Now they boring because you out here entertaining everything else, but what you got at home. So yes, home is going to be real, real boring.
I dated a person who was so-called boring, and I asked her straight up when we was going out one day. She was asking me,
well, if she cheating with a married man, he can keep her out the streets, if you know what I mean.
LJ in the building.
No, I don't know.
I can't see the face because the thing is so small. But like my homie Laylo from New York that I grew up with, I think that's him. Is that you, Laylo? If it is, let me know, because I can't see it.
That's T, brother.
Okay, because his name is Lawrence Johnson. That's why my homie name is Lawrence Johnson. Yeah. And she asked me stuff when we sit doing the dating thing, and I like, yeah. Oh, so it's okay. I got you. I forgot her last name was Johnson. And I told her, I said, she said teacher. because I admit she was born, and she said, I know I'm boring, and I was like,
let me tell you something.
But I told her, and she was like, she wild
And
now.
I agree,
but,
dude, be feeling bad. Like I remember when my ex used to cheat on me all the time. He used to feel bad, like he lost his little puppy. He ain't give a fuck because he went right back to doing what he was doing. So yes, I'm not going. Home did get very much boring until it was Deuce's time. But because this is the thing, you can't expect for a person if you out here doing you. Most people, I don't care, male or female, you know when things change with your spouse or your partner.
Oh yeah,
you know you pick up on it. But sometimes the spouse too fucking stupid. And because they out here living their best good life, and they like, you know what I mean? And it's like, you motherfucking right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling some type of way because it's almost like a turn off, like with anything. You know, the same way. And I think sometimes people don't think, would you want to share with somebody else, and then don't do to me what you don't want me to do to you. But my thing is, if you're gonna cheat on me, just leave me.
Just leave.
I be all right, because I be outside.
I'm saying sleep. I would say I got my music. I'm gonna be okay. Cause my turntables has got me through a lot of stuff. I get on my turntable, get the cutting and scratching and mixing. I'm like, what's the name again? I forgot, I'm like, I think I feel marriage is sacred, and if
I'm scared.
I'm
gonna tell you what, I be saying some stuff, and the way that I feel about marriage, I don't want an arrangement or I'm settling because I don't want to be alone. I want the whole love cutesy thing, but I can be like my husband, and do like little surprise stuff, do the vacationing.
Mm-hmm.
I want the whole thing. Not saying that it's going to be perfect, but I want that. Now, what I'm scared of is because so many people. You don't be outside looking.
My man.
He said,
I don't know him.
Outside crap, y'all be outside. No, we be ducking and dodging, y'all. But then listen, then it's the people that be lying. That's a whole that's another thing.
I like Lawrence. He's straight. That's my dude.
That's another. Look, I be ducking and dodging, but yeah, I'm a little scared of that because it's like people don't value it no more. It's not the same. It don't seem like the same, and it's kind of like, do I really want to do this? Because I'm not. And I think some people use like, well, if it don't work, I'm just gonna go ahead and get a divorce. That's not how I want to go into a marriage with that divorce is an option. Because if I do,
because you're already putting bad karma on it already.
To me, it's nothing. You married me, you stuck with me. You leave, where we going, Pooh? Let's fix this.
One day we have another talk. I'm gonna get that little contract. I still got it. Me and the ex, we wrote our own little contract because we were like, why do we need to get married and do all? No, we wrote it. We wrote. I'm gonna look for it next time we have a show. I'm gonna show you. We had our own little contract. We got it notarized to everything. Because see, in some states to get divorced, you have to wait a whole year. But we got our little. We wrote out a contract. What we wanted out of everything, and we got it notarized in the whole lick. And they said it's legal. It was a legal document. We didn't get married, but it was like a relationship contract. And so we can get out of it. We lived together. We split the bill. We did everything like a marriage. Everything. We just didn't go through the courts, except for that piece of paper. And it put everything down. We got like 4.5, almost 5 years.
So you mean I can make up a contract with? Let me find my lifetime partner. I mean, they show me that so I can
next time we have
signatures off.
Next time we have a show, I'll pull it out. Yeah, we got it notarized in the whole lick. It was detailed. When I mean detailed, I'm talking like all the way down to sex. Everything was written down. Typed out. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. Everything. And we got it notarized. And we said, is this legal in court? He said, yeah, because you got it notarized. It's a legal document.
Dawood Abdul.
Oh, that's my
Oh,
Dawood.
that's
Dawood,
right.
yeah, that's my
Because
daughter.
I'm sorry, I
Dawood.
had to make sure because I messed the name up. Hello. Um, he said
That's like my uncle right
he
there.
said if
Dawood.
cheating isn't your personality, it doesn't make a difference what the other does. Even though relationships are lineal, there's plenty of zigging and zagging, shucking
Right?
and ducking.
Basically. Yep, basically.
J-Man, sit the fuck down. You
Yeah,
don't want nothing. You
yeah, Jay. I'm serious. If you get anything notarized, it's a legal tender. It's a legal document.
right.
The difference between getting married, you got that certificate, and then you have to go by the state's law. But if you got the notarized and stuff, y'all to decide on what y'all want to do. And if the other one breaches it, you can still sue a person because it's legal.
For the relationship,
Yeah.
send me that.
I am. I look forward to
I'm
night.
about to have
I'll post.
all my
Yeah.
holes on side. It's like, no, I'm joking.
But once you get it notarized, it's legal. It's like it's a contract. It's a contract. Because see, with me, I tell anyone I mean, I say, I'll be honest with you, I'm not with the traditional marriage thing.
Okay.
I'm just not, because I don't feel that I have to get the freaking legals, the courts and stuff involved in my personal life. Because once divorce come down, I got to deal with them. It's none of their business what me and her do. That's just where I am. So I'm like, we don't have to go through. Now, if you want to get a wedding, we can still go through the ceremony, because that has nothing to do with the state, the courts. That's your own ceremony.
Is it weird? I don't want no. Let me listen. I look at the wedding ain't for us. It's for them. I just want me and my husband. That's it. that's
it.
all I need. I don't get it. I'm not. That's another.
I always tell people, they say it's in the Bible. I say, nah, I may have overlooked it. I read the Bible 3 times front to back, 3 times, literally front to back, and I took notes. I still got them too. It's somewhere, because I'm not a Christian anyway. I believe in something, but I'm not a Christian. But I don't remember seeing it in the Quran either. Someone show me where it actually said in either book that you had to get married.
I can answer that question. I agree with you, Bosco. So Lauren said, question, if a man cheats, can you forgive him without cheating back? I can. One, I'm not a cheater, because I was telling myself, because I know me. I'm gonna be doing the most because I'm extra. So if I forgive you, but this is the thing, and I think a lot of, especially women, we get it wrong. We'll be like, oh yeah, we forgive you. We won't cheat, but it's still sitting there, and it weighs heavy in the relationship. So it's not about forgiving and not cheating back. Can you actually forgive and not keep bringing that shit up, or letting it ruin the future? Can you really forgive and move on and be like effective within your relationship, where so it's still not an issue? Now the thing is, once she forgive you, can you just not cheat again? That's the other piece. It's kind of like enabling behavior. Sometimes they say, okay, well, she forgave me that time, I'm gonna go do it again. And sometimes that become a thing. I think it depends on a person to know what you're doing. Well, what you can and can't accept, because you have some people that do know that their partner may be out here in these streets and they want to stay. You get what I mean? For whatever the reasons may be, they might be content because it's probably like, well, shit, they can do the shit that I don't feel like doing. And you have some people like that, right? So I think it's all on a person. And then now we got all of these extra people in relationships now. So I guess it's a thing. But me personally, I don't want a whole bunch of people in my relationship. So I think it's on a person, but me specifically, if I forgive you, I'm gonna forgive you, because if I know I ain't going nowhere, my thing is just, all right, just go ahead.
It's hard for me to forgive it. Mark said, and I see Mark with his family. I'm like, I always say I want to be like Mark. A successful marriage requires 100 plus 1. I always said it's not 50-50. It's 100. You got to give it. You got to give your all. 100 plus 100% from both parties. When she's at 30%, I simply pick up her load, and likewise from her whenever it's low. It's only 50-50 when you're splitting your shit up. 39 years in August.
Congratulations.
Let me tell about Mark.
See, that's not
Let me tell about Mark's family. Mark has a beautiful family. That's my dude. We have never met up yet, but it's coming.
Aww.
It's coming this year. You hear me, Mark? We're gonna link this year. Mark got a beautiful family, and I don't say that a lot of people. Mark got a beautiful family. That's my dude.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's my dude.
That's
man.
I like and see that's what I'm talking about. I like love though.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of love. I be wanting to see everybody happy and together, even if the fuck my shit fucked up.
Yeah.
That's Jenny specifically. They always try and come for me. Mark, you've watched the show a whole bunch of times. You already know I'm a specifically say everything. Real Pacific.
It's hard for me to forget that I may forgive it, but I'll forgive it, but it'd be hard for me to forgive it because I can't forget it. It's hard for me to forget it because
ain't no cheating once is a mistake. I'm sorry, Boscoe. Listen, if you cheat, you know you freaking cheating. You knew I was home.
You did it. just like them dudes went down in that water. They knew what the hell they were doing. She's the same way because you have a lot of time between you waking up in the morning, going to work, coming home, changing clothes, putting something on, go see this chick. You got plenty of time to think about it.
How old is Mark?
Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm in the comment section now. It got juicy. Mark said until a recent passing, I was with the same person.
No, that's Dawood.
Oh, Dawood. Oh, I'm sorry, Dawood.
Yeah.
Since 19. Well, how old is
Dawood? Oh, Dawood's OG.
Okay.
Yeah, that was OG.
19. Well, he says the same person since 1960. Next week would have been 50. What? That's amazing. 57 by the anniversary. Love, cash commitment. Oh
man, I didn't know your wife passed.
I'm sorry, but that would be amazing. Bro.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
People be talking about marriage don't work. When I was 2 years old. It works. It works if you want it to work.
I love that.
Yeah. Shouts out to Dawood.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about AI and how it will affect the future?
Like we talked about off camera, it's going to have a major effect. It's going to have a major effect because, like I said, I think artistically it's great because I mess with AI doing art because I just like doing it. But I think it'll wind up being propaganda. It'll wind up being propaganda because I find myself like I did a little AI thing and the person I did it looked exactly like Gabrielle Union. And I wasn't trying to make Gabrielle. I didn't want Bruce Lee. And I'm like, and that's going to be to the point to where people use it to produce propaganda. So-and-so said this, no one so-and-so didn't say it. But they'll have that picture up there. Because you're not, and I'm not coming at Trump supporters just to be using them as dummies because they are, but I'm not doing that for this. But I notice how they are the most gullible people I've ever seen in my whole lifetime. They are so gullible. And you can show them stuff to dispute what they say, but because that's what they believe. And don't get me wrong, I've seen a lot of black people do this. And I'm not switching the subject, but I think our own people will do that to us because I see how our own people will post bullshit. And when you say, yo, you know that's full, yeah, I know, but I'm just posting it anyway. But it's like, dude, do you realize what you're doing? And I think with a lot of propaganda, a lot of people, even our own people, we want likes and follows and all this so much. We'll put nonsense up and bamboozle people. And I think with AI, people are going to do the same thing. Like, oh, shoot, now I got another tool to get people to believe this. I always say we are our worst enemy.
Well, we already artificial.
But yeah. We're our worst enemy. We'll bullshit us just to get us to follow us. We'll lie. Like I posted a thing about Juneteenth about how, and people get mad at me when I say sharecropping replaced slavery. Just watch slavery by another sharecropping replaced slavery. And there was redlining and everything else. I posted the black massacres. I said these black massacres still happen after slavery. where black communities were wiped out. Wiped out. Tulsa, the main one. They talked about Winston-Salem, Wilmington, North Carolina, Atlanta. They were all wiped out after Juneteenth, after slavery. So I'm like, but I got people that, and I need to share these. I got to take the names out. They were all saying, why are you posting that nonsense? I said, no. All you have to do is look at the dates. That's why I said, that's why I don't celebrate Juneteenth. Because, yeah, Black Wall Street, Tulsa, 1927. That's why I don't celebrate Juneteenth, because they just found another way to wipe us out. But propaganda, people use propaganda, and with AI, they'll be able to upgrade their level of propaganda.
It's all about capitalism. That's it. I just look at it like, because they saw what black people were doing, and they figured a way to capitalize off of it. So it's capitalism. So okay, let's make it. We can sell a bunch of stuff. It's still another way to get our dollar that we will not put back into our communities, and we still won't support black businesses. But can I be honest about how my mind works? So you know, I be watching movies and stuff, right? And now, remember, I asked y'all about Black Mirror. So when a person asked about AI, the conversation, we was talking about it. So I don't know if anybody watched Black Mirror, but the first episode had me. So pretty much, it was like pretty much everything was futuristic digital, which to me, I think that's how things want to go. Like, look at the Jetsons and look at us now. So they had these things for their memory where you can erase, block, or whatever. So it was a couple. So when they were intimate, they were pushing a button at the same, wasn't doing nothing, but in their mind, virtually, they was getting it in. But it was laying in the bed like.
See, now I gotta watch it tonight. See, now, but see, you know what? Listen.
So I was like, well, how you understand it? Because, but they was literally like, because you know how the screen is playing. I was like, the shit out of her, but she's but in this guy.
Well, look.
So I was like, I'm curious to see how this shit works. So in my mind, I can't wait for that particular one to come out, because I was surely, you know how many people look. Sorry, you wanna?
Man, look here.
I'll be like, yo.
I know you don't look. I know you don't like me, but yo, this right here.
I can get and push the button. So in my mind, I'm like, this AI thing might be on to something. But then when you dig a little bit deeper, you know, I'm my mind. So, but it got me and how they were doing it, and it was literally, you know how we had block buttons. So then the other couple. They was beefing, so she was pregnant. She had a long day. She got some bad news or whatever, and she had a drink. She was drinking, and he was like, "You're fucking drunk. You're pregnant." She's like, "I know. I had a bad day." So
was it like that white girl in the video? Nigga.
Yeah. So he was like, "You fucking know better." Da, 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 da. She hit the deleted his ass, blocked him. He turned right. I said, "That shit is." Nigga, do you understand how many? Can you see us walking around? So you could see the shadow moving, and he like, turn it off. She's like, leave me alone. Leave me.
Look. Like me and Justin was saying off air, in the 90s, you had Virtuosity, Johnny Mnemonic, and Strange Days. That's the 90s. They had the VR. All that was back then. And as recently, you can go back to Demolition Man. Because remember, Demolition Man, they had the thing where him and Sandra Bullock was having sex, but where they weren't touching each other. Same thing. All these signs were going on back in the 90s. And like you said about the Jetsons was, the Flintstones about the beginning of the time, the Jetsons is about the end. Like, but how do we know we're going to get there? And like you saying
they're going to take over. I think AI is going to take over the human race. Because even in just watching those shows, just think about how many people going to be fucking the shit out of each other virtually. I'm gonna just push a button. People gonna be walking past each other.
I know about 5 right now. I'm
right.
ready for.
So you know what I'm saying. But then think about, you can't procreate like that. So now they really gonna make cloning a thing. Can you imagine walking around? You got 10,000 mini used. And then let me tell you something. A whole bunch of dudes gonna be having little micro me's.
Like Lauren said, it's already going on. And see, it's crazy because
watch Black Mirror, y'all. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
The first
I'm about to watch
episode, it's 6 seasons. I'm only on season 3, but let me tell you, that first episode had me hooked. When I was like, damn. And then look, wait a minute. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you this. So the one part, the same couple that was getting it in virtually, right? But then the thing about it, when it was over, they Bush Post held the button when they came and was like, ugh, and let it go. So wait a minute, then she turns around. She turned around and touched his face, right? So anyway, they go through whatever. So something happened with this other guy that ended up dying. So he killed them, he couldn't remember what happened. So he was trying to rewind his memory to figure it out. Boom, boom, boom. Long story short. So he get back to the house. He like, show me. Because he thinking maybe it's something on her drive and her memory bank that he needs to see. She was like, why do you need to see it? But why? No, it's going to be too much. No. So he's like, I fucking need to see it. So she turned around. She like this. And he's like, don't fucking delete it. Don't delete. She trying to delete it. So she was like, let me see. She was like, but why? Why are you doing that? All the time, right?
I know what I'm gonna watch tonight. Black Mirror, Mark. It's Black Mirror.
He finally get it. So he looking, so the eyes change colors when you looking at the vision, right?
Yeah.
The nigga that he killed, the friend, was fucking the shit out his girlfriend. She was like, I'm so sorry. I said, oh, she virtually doing what the fuck I would be out here doing if that was me. But the way she was trying to delete it, that shit took me, because she was like, I'm
trying to pause it. I'm trying to pause it. I was
let me know what y'all think. But and that's just the first episode. But when she was trying to delete it, I laughed so fucking hard. And when he saw it, he was like, how could you? She was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
You know what? And see, that's what people, the signs are already there. And I think so. I think it's going to take, because see, that's why I keep, when people say, and I don't want to bring up LGBTQ. I really don't. But this is why I said we need to watch how we pushing things so much, because everything is an agenda to stop us from creating. Everything. They dividing us down every avenue, black and white, male and female, gay men, gay women, transgender. All they dividing us each way they can divide us. And that's why I say it goes back to what I said about Juneteenth. Okay, before Juneteenth, it was slavery. Let's stop slavery. We got to figure out another way to destroy them. Let's start sharecropping, but let's burn down their communities. Black communities kept building back up. Let's figure out another way. Oh, let's do redlining. Let's do Jim Crow. Now we can keep them over here, and we're over here. Then came redlining. Okay, they abolished redlining and Jim Crow. The Black Panthers. Let's dismantle the Black Panthers. They dismantled the Black Panthers. They ran out of stuff to do. What? Here comes hip hop, bringing everybody back together. Black people and white people, Puerto Rican, bringing us all back together. We got to infiltrate that to break everyone back apart. They got into hip hop. Now you see what it's like. Hip hop is a different culture. Rap is doing their own thing, but people talk about rap. Rap is this and that. Okay, we got the Me Too, the Black Lives Matter with the original woke program. Yeah, the Rainbow Coalition. Yeah, Fred Hampton. They killed Fred Hampton. The woke thing was infiltrated. Here comes Me Too. Everyone was Me Tooing. That's when you started breaking men and women apart, making women hate men. Every little thing a man did was magnified. Man could even say hello without being accused of sexual harassment. They infiltrated Black Lives Matter. That everyone wanted to be part of the woke program. These people are woke. These people are woke. These people are woke. These people are woke. It's always something to divide. You bring here comes AI. It's all a plan. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist by a long shot. But if you just look at how things have been done, it's by design. You can disagree with it, Fallon. You just gotta look at it.
I just think
you just gotta look at it.
In my honest opinion, when it comes to AI, I just think, like I said, I just think it's all about production. You can produce more. It's all about money. It's not even about us. It's about money. It's about, because America is just greedy, and especially with what's going on with currency, they want to control the currency. The same way, when you go and you notice a lot of countries really don't want to mess with the American dollar for real. So now they're really pushing the AI. So think about it. If you have a bunch of machines that can do everything and function, what do you need people for? You save money, because now the companies control the machines, and you pretty much going to work to get the machine. So it's really going to be no real value.
And the machines are making the machines.
Right. And it's really not going to be no value for us as people. So when you take away the person, so even when it comes down to it, and you put these little chips or whatever, because like I said, even watching that, everybody had the chip like right behind their ear, right? And that controls everything, your emotions, your mind. So think about, if you get it, you're now controlled. So it's just another way of enslavement, but you're still just controlled. So I just think it's more along the line of controlling currency and power.
Okay, let me ask Fallon. Like you just said, it's another form of slavery, but it's about controlling currency and power. Why did they burn down the black communities in going all the way back to, I don't know, even after? Yeah, why did they burn them down? Why? Because of the money black people were making. You got to knock them down. It all adds up. It all adds up. America is a capitalist state, a country. Bottom line, capitalism. It's about money.
But Justin, can I have 5 minutes? Because I want to ask another question.
About the Me Too. Okay, well, before you do, I'm not downgrading the Me Too movement. I'm not at all. What I'm saying is, when Me Too came along, a lot of people jumped in it because a lot of people got exposed with lies, said, "Oh, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. That's what I'm saying." I'm not saying it's not legit, not by a long shot. But if you notice, every little thing that happened, it was a sexual assault case. That's something. It was always something about something. Always. It got to the point to where, that's why I said some people have to walk in the shoes of men. It got to the point where men were afraid to even say, "Hello, you look nice." You wouldn't know that because you're on the other side of the fence. But even at my job, men were afraid to even say, "You look good. You look what you have." You couldn't say it because people started saying sexual harassment. Me too, sexual harassment, sexual harassment, sexual harassment. That's how it is now. That's why a lot of men, even my age, we don't even, I know, but you're not getting what I'm saying. We are afraid to say that to women because how we get accused of sexual harassment because we say, "You look nice." Look what happened to Michael Irvin. He got accused. Looking at the video, he didn't even do anything wrong, but because he got accused, he lost his job.
I think I get what she's trying to say. So those are things of men in certain positions where women wanted money, right? So, but when you talk about the everyday woman, we're not even talking about them. I think what she's talking about is the everyday woman who was being uncomfortable. Or
I agree with that.
So those are the women I think get overlooked by those women that you spoke on. The same way with any situation, what's being highlighted takes away from the people who are really being suffered. So I think that's where she's coming from. Like, it's not complete total bullshit, but I think what and
no, it's not bullshit.
Who gets highlighted is the issue.
It's not bullshit at all. No, no. That's why I said I never said that. I'm saying you had those who played on it. And like I said, with other situations, always consider the minority is always the loudest ones, to where the majority is never heard. That's what I'm saying. Me Too is legit. You just had those hanger-ons who use it to their benefit when knowing they were full of shit. So those who were abused are not heard. And it's still like that. A lot of women are not heard because, nah, you straight. You ain't got to apologize, fella. It's cool. I ain't mad at you. I still love you.
Don't worry about it. I got you, not too much.
Yeah, you ain't got to apologize. I'm cool. I'll just explain it. We good. We good. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of America, get your president.
That's what we're here for.
Get your president. I said, speaking of America, get your president. Falling all over the fucking
president. My president's retired.
You know the one that's falling all over the stage, rolling and shit.
That's your man. I wrote in my name. Well, actually, I wrote in Eric B for president.
I be looking at him sometimes, and I be like, "That's really what we chose."
Well, you know why he got.
I know why he got chosen. Listen, that man is a walking Alzheimer's case.
Thank you, Fallon. Fallon gets
right, but I'm just like, because somebody asked me to ask Ken, and I knew they would.
Who did you vote for? Who did you vote for?
Me.
I voted for. You voted for
no,
Biden. I voted for Eric B for president.
I voted independent. I ain't gonna lie.
I voted for Eric B. I wrote his name.
I voted independent.
Yeah, me too. I always do.
So, but it's just like, yo, what he be talking about? And I know when the person asked this question, knew I was going to ask that because he be like, I ain't even going to imitate y'all president. He be like, well, because and then his walk off be like, but when he tried to walk off,
I like his walk off though.
That wasn't him that day. He fell that, but he fell and did a rock. I hollered so bad, and then they didn't even come and rush to pick him up.
Hey, you know what? He announced his candidacy for president again.
They better let him. No, he's not cognitive.
I don't think he'll make it through the second.
I don't even think he's gonna make it through the mall. Like, yo, did you see
him? You know what? It's pure comedy. It's pure comedy. Don't get me wrong.
Hey yo, when he fell,
I like watching him.
People falling, but first of all, I'm like, did the bracelet go off? Because I know he got a head one. And then when they was talking about him taking and they were talking about confidential information, I'm like, can he even remember what I said if he took it? Because
you know what? You know why I like watching his stuff? Because it's funny. You're gonna get something. But you know, I don't know, man.
That's another show launch. You're gonna have to come on because
I can answer that. I can answer that briefly. I told everyone that asked that question, if you didn't follow the White House wall, then you wasn't paying attention to what he did. That's the best.
The one thing I can say that he did that a lot of people don't agree with was Obamacare. And I'm gonna tell you, as a healthcare professional and a healthcare person, that changed a lot of people's lives who could not afford insurance, and they were able to, and it stabilized a lot of people, you know, health wise, where so they could do a little bit more. If you stabilize your mind and stabilize the health, you stabilize your life. So he did change a lot of lives with that. So
you know what the problem was? Black people were waiting for him to put something down that says for black people. I told everybody this. All you have to do is check the White House wall. Everything he did was listed. One of the things he did, he made it easier for black people to have businesses. And if you read the thing that he wrote in, it said black all over it. It just didn't say the word black. But if you read it, he wrote it for minorities. I always say, that's why I say black people for 8 years. What is Barack doing for black people? If you didn't read for 8 years, you won't never know what he did.
All right, you want to take? I'm gonna ask you the last one, and you can take us to break. I mean to close. It's been over.
The last one. Let's see. The last
How
one
do you feel
is.
about the Ja Morant suspension, and do you think it was fair?
I thought he was gonna get more.
He ain't gonna learn shit because he like 25 games. I'll take that. He gonna.
I
He
thought he was
didn't
gonna get
learn
half a
his
season.
lesson when he said it was a water gun. He's still playing. They should have suspended him for a whole season at least, because he still gets the opportunity to play. You gotta really make him feel it. Like he ain't gonna feel it.
He had a chance and did it again. Then he lied.
It was a water gun for me.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I thought he was gonna get half a season. I thought he was gonna get half a season. I really did. He got off easy. He got off easy.
Yeah. Not my man's up in Blix on any minor.
Nigga said he had a water gun. I wouldn't even admit that. I wouldn't even admit it. I had a water gun. I'd just shut the hell up.
Not Lawrence telling Fallon, no problem. I like shade. I'm dark skinned.
Dark skin.
This was hold on. Let me read the comments. So that shit is funny to me. Y'all was going off in here. Fallon said, I work in a pharmacy, so I see what Barack did for us. No shade. He was like, no problem. I like shade.
I'll try not to pay that no mind.
I was looking, I couldn't tell because it kept coming in my peripheral.
I saw it. But he got off easy. Yeah. The only thing I would figure is going to hurt him because he can't go into the facility, he can't be in the stadium or nothing. He has to be totally away from the team.
He don't give a fuck. He gonna be smoking.
I know. But you know what killed me?
It's an extended vacation.
These apologetic Negroes who say, yeah, but we've been oppressed. I don't want to hear that nonsense. We've been oppressed all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Give him a pass. He got a pass the first time.
Did he got like ADHD or something? Like, was he like slow?
He act like it. He got a pass the first time. The freaking commissioner said, okay, yo, I'm going to give you a break. Then he went on to tell Jalen Rose, no, I didn't mean to do this. He turned around and did it again. Like we said earlier, once it's a mistake. Once it's a mistake. The second time was a choice. He knew what he was doing. Nigga aimed a game at a 17-year-old kid one time. Aimed a red dot at the freaking Indiana Pacers security and basketball team. He just got 25 games. He should have got the season.
I thought he was going to get the season. It was going to be like indefinitely. That would be like, yeah, because he not going to learn.
But they gave Kyrie damn near 100 years.
Right. And the thing about, I don't think he has the right people around him to help him understand and hold.
But he didn't want it because when people were reaching out to him, he said, I don't want to deal with these old dudes.
No, I'm just talking about it, period. And like now, like Daddy, all of them, he just don't have the right people in his corner to let him know, like, yo, you might really want to fucking chill. Like, because whoever's near him.
They tried to talk to him. That's what I'm saying. They did. But he's like, I don't listen to old dudes. He said that himself.
I don't like him.
But when he came into the league, he was saying, forget them old dudes. He had that attitude when he came into the league. So that's why I said, I ain't got no remorse for him. He just like them dudes down at the bottom of the ocean. I ain't got no remorse for him.
But the Atari. I forgot what news outlet showed that fucking joystick. I said, I know you fucking lie. They sitting up there playing PlayStation 5 underwater.
He had a damn generic freaking joystick as the controller. Nigga, you deserve to sink.
And it wasn't wireless. That's the thing. It wasn't wireless. It had a wire, so they screwed. They can't even pass it around. Let's see if somebody else can figure out the code. Like
now you see why I don't care. Y'all couldn't even get a PlayStation one. Y'all went and got one from the 90s.
I was thinking
with the freaking Nintendo.
They probably like this. You know, you push the loop.
That's how they were. They showed the picture how they did. Go You go to that link and watch that link again. The dude got it in his hand. It was showing. I hope they find them people. I hope they find them alive.
Because I got questions.
But if they don't, watch them try to sue the damn Logitech about the remote. Now the remote didn't sync, y'all.
I'm gonna find a picture of the remote and I'm gonna post it.
I got it on my
like as a sponsor for tonight's show.
It's on my Facebook wall. I posted on my the Zach freaking. It's on my Facebook
Please
wall.
send it to me. I promise you.
Let me see. We got. Hey, give me one more minute, Justin, because I'm gonna post it right. I'm gonna show you. Hold on a second. For those who want to know, hold on a second. What's that damn remote? How you? At least get a damn PlayStation, man. Here it is. All right. Come on now. For those who want to know what it looked like,
back it up a little bit. It's a little blurry.
It is. Let me see if I can turn my light down. Hold on a second.
All right. Yep. It's coming in hot. There you go.
That's it. That's the damn remote that they.
Who got the cheat code to save them people?
Down, left, down, X. They better try. I know I should be laughing, but you couldn't even get a place.
I'm going to repent after this live. I ain't going to hell with you.
Man, God already got me going to the smoker room.
As soon as I get to the gates, he's going to be like, whoa. We got...
It was a suicide mission. I don't know who they were going to save, though, because the people at the Titanic been gone.
Yeah, that's what they was using to navigate. That's what they posted on all the news outlets. Like, that's how they got down there. I told you they thought they was the Avengers in real life.
Hey, what? Man, we need to get off this show. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, for all who tuned in, Fallon, Tierra, Lawrence, Mark, Richie Rich, we are the Casual Convo Show. Watch us every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out my show, The Experience, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Hand Radio. For my host.
Hold on and go get your tickets at Robert J. Moore. ENT.com.
Yep. Go watch that show. For my host, Coco. For the man behind the boards, Justin from Arkansas, my bad. Woo Pig Suey. I am Boscoe from the Bronx, aka Idris. We are signing out. See y'all next week.
See ya.